All right, we are live. Welcome back to Slim Comics and More. My name is Sean. We have a special guest today. It's a Q&A Origins with Geek Out with Rosko. So Rosko, I met him on Spinetics and Cover Slingers. We did some Cover Slingers together on Great Man's channel, and Sith Lordly's channel. I met him on Spinetics also. So here is Rosko.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, Sean. I appreciate it, brother.
No problem. We have somebody else that just popped in. So here is Rob from the Cool Stuff Collectibles. Here is Rob.
Hey, Rosko, how are you doing?
Hey, Rob, how you doing today, brother?
Not bad. Yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to make it, dude. This is awesome.
Just barely made it.
Well, hey, you made it, right?
Yep. So yeah, Rosko. We met on Spinetics, and we also met on the Cover Slingers. Those two channels.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really good, man. And I've been doing Spinetics now for over a month, and I've been doing Cover Slingers now for probably 2 months, over 2 months now, because I actually originally filled in for Captain in Comics. He had to go and he had to do some work, so they said, "Hey, do you have someone that may be able to?" And he recommended me, so I've been on the show and I've been loving it. So
nice. Okay, Cindy Roskowski, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
Hey, Ma.
Oh, that's your mom. Okay.
Yeah, that's mom.
We got Pear COC. Nice of you to stop in.
Hey, Dolly.
Bill from Comic Mag Musings, how you doing?
Get that guy out of here.
Rosko fella.
Justin from No Good Comics. How are you? Hello, gang. Just Jeannie Bean, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
Jeannie.
Hey, guys.
What's up, everybody? Okay, nice you guys stopped in. I'm okay. All right, so yeah, we have Rosko here. Rosko, so you do some beatboxing. You were on Spinetics doing some beatboxing stuff. Would you mind doing some little beatboxing for us?
Sure, man. Yeah. On Spinetics, it got out that I could do a little beatboxing. Now it's one of their favorite things for me to do. So yeah, I'll give you a little preview of me doing some beatbox. So
yeah, let me make you. Let me see. Solo way out there. There we go.
Go for it.
All right, here we go. There you go.
All right, now Sean, you're next, Sean.
That was awesome, Rosko. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's funny because on Spinetics now, it's like every time in the chat, someone's like, "Did Rosko beatbox, or is Rosko gonna beatbox?" And it's like, oh man, I gotta start like practicing beatboxing during the week now. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. People are gonna be like, get this guy out of here. No.
Nice. We have somebody popping in. Luis Rovello, how are you? Nice you stop in from Cambodia. Nice.
Uncle Lou, he's crazy.
Uncle Lou. Doggy Fresh ain't good. Rosko.
Thanks, Bill.
My Jersey sister. And nice. All right. So how long have you been beatboxing?
Oh man. How long have I been making weird noises? My entire life. I mean, it's crazy. I've always, a lot of people have always told me I should maybe do like voiceover, acting and stuff, because I mean, I think it's really cool. But I've always liked comedy and like, raising people's spirits and stuff. So I've always thought, what can I do? So, my whole life I've been making just weird noises, and beatboxing. Man, when I was probably in high school was like, something that was like, oh, what's this? So I tried it out. I could make certain noises, and there we go. I started beatboxing and making like weird, like kazoo noises, all a bunch of weird noises, and now I follow all these like Instagram guys that do like these weird beatboxing stuff. So it's like now I'm starting to really get back into it after Spinetics. So
Oh, nice. All right, cool. We have James Moss here. James Moss, how you doing?
hey, what's up, James?
James Moss is here
Yes,
to
he
talk.
was a baby when he started. I see. What is that? Hey, Angel from Pages, Films, and Plastic. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
Hey, Angel.
All right, so question one. What or who got you started collecting comics, and at what age?
Ooh, collecting comics? Well, actually, what got me into comic books was actually my mom. My mom would take a bunch of us. She'd take a bunch of us to the library, and I wasn't big on like a lot of words. I was more focused on pictures. Especially, I've always been drawing my entire life, so it kind of got me into like I saw comic books there and stuff. But my dad brought me to a comic book shop, and that's when I started actually purchasing them. When I was I think I bought my first comic like when I was maybe like around 9-10 years old. Spider-Man, of course. I just thought it was pretty neat. The bright red costume. Did you say the worst?
No, I said of course. Me too.
Oh,
Spider-Man. Maybe it was either Spider-Man or Batman. It's probably Spider-Man.
yeah. See, I was Spider-Man. So that was it. I got hooked on that, and then I actually, I for a while there, I stopped collecting and then got back into it towards the end of high school.
Okay.
I started collecting again, and then it was really weird. I moved down to Florida, and I just immediately got back out of collecting until just a couple of years ago. So I'm still a rookie to the game of collecting and learning a bunch of stuff. It's been exciting. So
Nice. All right, cool. So do you remember or recall your first issue that you ever bought or read?
my first book.
First book you ever bought? Yeah.
My first book I ever bought had to be a Spider-Man book. I don't know exactly, but I know the first book that I ever owned. My first book I ever owned was a Captain America versus Asthma Man. My mom actually took it from a doctor's office. She was like, "Here, just take this. This is okay. They're fine." So I ended up. I actually still have it. I can't remember where it's at, but I did show it once. But it's like it's like one of those like health comic books. It wasn't like an actual issue. It was just like making me
PSA.
aware. Yeah, exactly. So, but it was Captain America versus the Asthma Monster.
Nice.
Actually, I have one of those books somewhere here. It's Captain America against drugs or something like that.
Yeah.
I've actually got that at a show recently. It was free, whatever. I grabbed it.
Nice.
It's funny. I've actually been hunting now some of those books, like the PSA, like against drugs, and I just got a Teen Titans one that was it's a Keebler Cookies edition, and it's to help fight against drugs. And oh my gosh, it's just these they just crack me up. I also have one that I got at a flea market, and it's Spider-Man in the Power Pack, and it's a PSA
Skip.
against.
Skip, the kid who touched Peter Parker.
There you go. Yes, thank you so much, Rod. A lot of people don't know about that, man. It's crazy. So I found that at a flea market for like $2, and I couldn't pass on that.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Rob, thank you so much, bro. I'm so glad. That's so great.
No problem. Here to help out sometimes. And to give Sean a hard time sometimes too.
Yeah. Okay, we have James Nug. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
My man.
Rosko. Just going through the chats here. Anybody that we missed? I think we got everybody. Chuck Monstar. Nice of you to stop in. All right, guys. Okay, so next question. Why did you start your channel, and how did you choose your channel name?
Okay, so I was doing Instagram, like the norm. A lot of people start on Instagram, but I didn't really think about going into YouTube. People have mentioned it to me countless times that I should, and I'm like, I don't know. And then someone goes, "Hey, you're an artist. Would you like to be on Lamer Frame on Rod the Rican's channel?" And I was like, well, let me check it out, and we'll go from there. I think it was Bearded that I actually spoke to about it, and so I ended up going on Lamer Frame, and I got the bug. I got the whole, I want to be on YouTube. I want to be hanging out with these guys. I want to be, showing off what I got. So I ended up getting the bug, and I was like, well, let me start my own channel, and then who doesn't like to geek out about anything? You know what I mean? Like, you get a new book, you're geeking out. You get a new statue, you're geeking out, man.
Oh yeah.
But the thing
Amen.
is that
Preacher on.
yeah, so you geek out, but you can geek out about anything, and that's why I want to make mine a little more general. That it just says "Geek Out with Rosko," because I mean I have stuff that it's not comic book related or statue related, or I have other stuff in my collection that I geek out about. Like I don't know if you can see over my shoulder here, but I have an old RCA radio that is a wooden radio. This right here. It's like an old radio. So I mean stuff like that I geek out over stuff like that, man. Are you kidding me? So I figure why not make a channel called Geek Out, and then I go by Rosko. Rosko is not my real name. Rosko is just part of my last name. My last name is a lot longer than that. So but yeah, Rosko is short for Roskowski. So I started going by Rosko. I don't know why. It was funny. I do artwork, and one of the pictures I finished on the bottom, I wrote Rosko, and I went, oh, that's pretty cool. So I ended up
the Rosko.
Yep, and then I started my original page on Instagram called Lord Rosko, and I was because I was really big into Game of Thrones, I guess, and so what happened was I literally was like, oh, Rosko. So I stayed with Rosko, and then I switched over and started doing Geek Out with Rosko. But yeah, who doesn't like to geek out about stuff, right?
Right. Nice. Okay. From James Moss, I got the New Mutants 87, the gold cover version. Nice. Okay.
Ooh,
I believe that's gold cover is second printing, I believe. That's the gold version. What's up, Jay and Engie? Steve Rogers is a better Captain America than John Walker.
Oh, yeah. Right.
How many potheads got the munchies after reading the Steve comic?
They couldn't even finish the comic. That's
right. Let's see. I got X-Men #1, 1963, the reprint one. Nice. All right. So next question. So, do you have any top? Do you have a top 5 writer?
Ooh.
Good writers that you have a favorite of? Top 5?
Let me tell you something. I love that James Tynion, James the Fourth. I call him James the Fourth. I everything I've read from him, I just absolutely loved. Still being new to it, I don't really have too many, but I've just come across a writer that just made me feel some kind of way, and it's Ram V.
Okay.
I read The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, and let me just tell you, that's just a beautiful story. I mean, the way it's written, and the last issue that I read was about the cigarette. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, I'm falling in love with his reading, and so now I definitely want to hunt out for more of his stuff. Peter David is always a fan favorite. I mean, he's a very underrated writer. I like him a lot.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
Man, I'm a big Scotty dude. I love Scotty Young. I'm a big Scotty Young fan. His writing and his artwork. And let's see, man. Oh gosh. Well, I've been reading Colin Bunn stuff lately. Colin Bunn has been pretty good. I mean, he's not too bad, but
he's a pretty good horror type of writer.
Yeah, and that's what I've been reading a lot of lately. So Colin Bunn's been a name that's been coming up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm still rookie. I'm still learning new stuff. So a lot of, I may have read someone that I like, and I really don't know the name of the person. So, but like I said, stuff I have read, like I said, Peter David's just classic.
Right. Yeah, I like his stuff on the Hulk. He does a pretty good stuff on the Hulk with Dale Keown.
Oh yeah, and with Maestro and stuff, that was great.
Yeah,
that was good. So I enjoy him though. So yeah, I mean,
nice. All right, we got Freaky Louie. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
Louie.
Hope all is well. Spider-Man #1, 19 silver cover. Nice.
Nice. The platinum one.
Pierre Croc chat as Dolly Kokaza. Not sure what that is.
That's Dolly. Hey, Dolly.
Cindy, hello. Howdy, Cindy. Hey, Pear. Hey, Alex Big Blue. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Hope all is well
Alex,
with you.
what's up?
Empire Comics, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Hope all is well with you also. All right, next question. So you have your top 5 writers. Who is your top 5 artists?
Man, I knew this was coming. I don't know. This is tough, brother. I mean, I have so many, so many that I love. But I got to put Todd McFarlane. I'm a Scotty Young fan, like I said, because of my artwork. I'm more of a cartoonist than I am a realist, so I love Scotty Young. I absolutely love Alex Ross. I mean, how can you not?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, man, I love so many. David Mack is a different kind of artist that I love. I love his watercolor stuff.
Watercolor stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw him on there because that's different. Probably no one said that before. Oh God, I mean, there's so many. Perillo, I love. I'm a big Ramos fan. I love Ramos. Yeah.
Humberto Ramos.
Yes, Humberto Ramos is. Like I said, I love the cartoon style, so his stuff, I love his stuff. It's right up my alley.
Here's one for me. Can I throw one your way real quick? Who I like, it was a cartoony style. Back when I used to collect Golden Age comics, like Captain America stuff from the World War II era, Alex Schomburg, he kind of like, when he had, it was him versus the Nazis, the Japanese or whatever. He kind of like, if you look at some of his stuff, Sean could probably pull it up if he wants to, but he kind of made it like kind of cartoony, kind of. It's really neat stuff. I mean, he's one of my favorites. That's my favorite, but I like cartoony style sometimes too. It can be cool.
Nice. Oh yeah, for sure. What's the name? What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Look it up, Alex Schomburg. Look up something like
Schomburg. Oh,
like for example, Captain America Comics 28. Great cover, great Red Skull cover. It has I think the Red Skull, one of his minions is if you can find it, Sean, pull it up and show it. It's great. It has like Bucky's actually. Bucky's has a lot of bondage covers with Schomburg during the Golden Age, and that's one where he's about to get crushed under his 5,000-pound press with spikes, and Captain America, leaping to try to save him. There's some great Schomburg he had some great covers. He had one where Bucky was tied up next to this lady, in a dungeon with skeletons, and there's like Nazis or Japanese, machine gunning. Captain America's coming with machine gun or whatever. I think too. It was really, really cool covers.
That's awesome.
So, Rosko, how did you, or what inspires you to draw, or who inspired you to draw?
I mean, to be honest, I guess it was like, watching cartoons and, that kind of stuff. Like the age I grew up in, I grew up with great cartoons. You know what I mean? I grew in a great era for cartoons. So a lot of that stuff, a lot of the early Disney, since, Disney was more of a 2D type of thing, there was, so I back then that I felt like maybe I should draw. And, it's funny. I used to draw a lot of like muscular, like, built guys, and I was like, man, what is, like, I used to draw guys with like 12 packs, and I'm like, it's funny because I look back at some of the stuff I've done, like, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like,
you're drawing the best way you could. That's what you're doing.
And but yeah, I think it's like I said, watching cartoons, also going, like I said, my mom brought me to the library a lot. And I would read like Garfield, and I would read like, some of these older like picture books, and also Sunday cartoons in the newspaper, not on your TV, the newspaper. That was another thing that I probably said influenced me too, because I couldn't wait to see the cartoons in the newspaper when we get it. So that's probably another thing that inspired me as well.
Nice. Okay. So Rob, is this the one here? Let me see here. Is it this one here?
Well, okay, that's Captain. That's actually that's issue number 37, I believe. Actually, I have that print, by the way, too, signed by Schomburg. Yeah, see how it's kind of cartoony a little bit, how we drew him.
Yeah.
That's All Winners Comics 11, and that's a Death Ray, like that Death Ray cover. I had that print too. That's and there's Alex Schomburg. That's actually I had that book at one time.
Oof, I love the colors on that.
That's Alex
nice
Schomburg.
red,
That
right?
makes it kind of cartoony a little bit. I like that. Yeah, that book right there. I had a 0.5 and a CGC 0.5 and a 1.0. Oh, I miss those books. I do have the print. And there's the this is actually the Holocaust cover right here.
Oh wow.
This is 46. That book goes for huge money. That book goes for
This one here.
like a one. Yeah, that book a 1.0 would probably be like $10,000. That book, Captain America 46. Super popular. It's the only Holocaust cover, from the era.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
Well, you see the guys about to put them put the people in the oven and stuff like that, and the Nazis and all that stuff. That's why it's I mean a 1.0 would probably be like almost $10,000. I mean I think that book goes for crazy. And they're all the pictures right there. Yep, all the images.
Okay.
Those are all the Alex Schomburg. Like go to the one that says recreation by Alex Schomburg.
Where?
Next up. Wait, stop up. And then go to your right. Wait, down. Go down one. Go to your right. No, right. You're right.
Oh, this
right.
is my right. Wait, left.
Right. Yeah, there, that one. Yeah.
That one. Okay.
Yes, that's when he recreated for. You see, that's All Winners. Not sure. That's All Select Comics 2. I had that book at one time.
Wow.
Great cover.
Man,
Alex Schomburg is awesome.
you don't see covers like this anymore with modern stuff, man. You don't see a lot of fighting anymore. You see like most of everyone's covers are poses. Like it's like a pose of someone or people just stand around. You don't see these like massive fights anymore.
Well, if you go show the cover again, you'll see Alex Schomburg. He likes to put a lot of detail into his covers, which is really cool. If you look at that,
that's gorgeous.
Tanks falling down. Sometimes he'll even have like some of the covers. You see like flags for like Norway, like the Nazis invading Norway. This one's in Berlin, right? Berlin. See the Nazi flag is green instead of red. And that's a cool book right there. See a book there with the Bond cover. It's a Human Torch and Toro, taking out the. And this book right here. This is called the Super Blimp cover. This book goes for a lot of money too. I know that. I never had that book before.
That's gorgeous.
That's a classic cover.
Man, those are gorgeous.
Yes, these are nice covers. Whoop, that's an eBay one. All right. So
there's even one where the Nazis are invading New York. There, see one with the Human Torch coming out.
Yeah,
take it. That's actually I had that book one time too. That's Marvel Mystery 35 or 36. It shows the Nazis invasion of New York.
Bill is saying, how long does it take for your beard to grow out? Gray Man keep trying to outbeard you. How long does it grow out your beard?
I actually, it's funny. I cut my entire beard off, and I usually I don't shave everything. I usually leave like a goatee, and that was probably the end of last year. So I'm gonna say where I'm at, maybe like this is like 8 months.
Okay.
8 months. Okay.
Yeah. So and that was like all the way, pretty much just like a short little goatee thing here, and then so, But yeah, I don't know. Gray Man keeps out bearding me. Of course he does. He's a gray beard.
I want to see Sean grow a beard. We'll see Sean get a beard.
It's gonna take me forever. I can grow like a goatee, but other than that, it's gonna take me forever. Susan Hannon, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in.
What's up,
Biggie Shack? How you doing, Biggie?
Biggie, NWO, baby.
Order Comics. Dave UK, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Dave UK Dave. Comics. See who else is here.
428.
Nice.
All right. So next question here. Do you like to get your books slab, or do you have any CGC, PGCX, or CBCS books, or do you like to get them slab or no?
Okay. So I don't. Okay. So 95%. Actually, I'm sorry. 97% of my books. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Nice.
Yeah, 1947. Nice.
That's 47. I think that was like it wasn't Cold War. That was in the 50s when they started getting more toward the Captain America Golden Age, Cold War, Atomic Age books. But sorry, go on.
Oh, it's all good. That's an awesome book, though. No, 97% of my my collection is probably raw books. I don't really collect too many graded, but I have collected quite a few raw that I want to get graded. So that's a process that I've learned. Now the only thing is now I gotta trust someone. I have to trust to send it to someone to get cleaned and pressed and then graded. So I think that's my biggest hurdle right now is like, who do I go through? Because everyone's going to say, oh, go to this guy or go to this person or go to this, so I mean, it's like, so I don't know. I got to, I'm weighing out my options to see, but honestly, I'll show my first graded book. Like I said, I don't have many, but, I actually was given this. Somebody gave this to me. I used to work in a print shop, and this was a couple of years ago, and the guy was, he was talking about comic books, and I was like, oh, you're into comic books? I said, I just recently got into it and stuff, and I'm learning, blah, blah. So he's like, oh, that's awesome. He came in and he goes, hey, man, he goes, we do a contest or we do a giveaway to a random person. He goes, but I'm picking you this month. He goes, just because you're just getting into it. So he...
Oh, let me get you. There you go. Okay.
He gave me this
great cover.
Nice.
And it's autographed by Derek Chu.
Derek Chu, nice.
Great cover. I like that.
Yep. So he gave me this 9.6 CGC autograph, yellow label, beautiful, beautiful book. I mean, nice. I'll never, ever, ever let this book go because, like I said, it kind of like almost stirred up my, getting back into it hardcore, pretty much. Because after being out for a while, I literally wasn't sure. I got a couple books. Actually, the book that I read was Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 crossover, and I just happened to see it. I was at Universal, and one of the comic book places there literally had that on the shelf, and I was like, what is that? Is that a real book? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman are together? I was like, so I got it, and I loved it, and then that kind of sparked everything, and then that's when I started only collecting one or two books here and there, and then that guy gave me that book, and it made me go through, now I've been hardcore in it for the last 2 years, so.
Nice. Okay, so
life.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you planning on sending some more books to CGC or CBS or anything like that?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I mean, I have a lot of books that need to be graded because now I'm like, man, these are going to be really big books. I have a Moon Knight issue #1. I have like that I want to get graded. I have actually a bunch of Something is Killing the Children. Issue #1's a lot of the prints. So I want to get those graded. I mean, I just have a lot. I have the first appearance of Red Guardian. I have a bunch of these books that I'm like, oh man. I have Marvel Team Up 141 newsstand, and it's probably a 9.6, 9.8 before clean and press. So I'm like, it's beautiful. But I mean, I just have a lot of these books that I'm like, man, I need to, like She-Hulk issue #1. I have a lot of these books that I'm like, man, I should probably get these slabbed. But I do have, ones that I've gotten like variants that I want to have slabbed and put up as well. As well as my own books. Like, I need to submit my own name to CGC and CBCS. So if anybody wants to get something I've done for them, because that's what I do. I do blank covers. So if anybody wanted to submit, I'd like to be on their census, their book.
Nice.
There, so
very cool.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Now, how many long boxes do you have?
Well, I do short boxes, so I have a lot.
Me too.
Long boxes are bad on the back. Let me tell you.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh God.
So I only have 2 long boxes, but I have.
He's thinking, so that must be a lot.
I have 15 short boxes.
It's not bad. I'm about to say. Yeah. Now, do you sell?
I have, yes. Not as much as I should. But yes, I definitely want to get more into it because now I've only been into it, like I said, for the last couple of years. So now I'm learning the art of, hey, you should collect the way you want to collect. So, sell these books that you're like, okay, I like this for something that I want this,
Yes.
So my thought process, like, I think as you continue to grow in this community as a collector, I think you start to realize things. Even though you hear it over and over again from someone that's experienced, I think you need to experience it yourself in order to go down that path, which now I'm starting to, because when I first got into it, I literally I want that book, I want that book, I want that book, I want that book. And now I'm like, why did I get 4 of the same book with all different covers? I got 4 variants of the same book. No, I love this one. I like this one. I like this one. Why? Because I liked it? No, come on. So, I think it's, like I said, I think it all comes with time and just, even though you hear it over and again from someone that's a vet, I think you have to experience it yourself. So.
All right. Nice. So we have Jager. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Hope all is well with you.
On Rosko.
All right. So do you prefer DC or Marvel?
Indie.
Indie.
If I had to pick out of the two, I guess I'd have to pick Marvel. That's what I grew up more on Marvel than I did, because I think when I grew up it was just like, okay, Batman and Superman. But when I was growing up, I feel like Marvel, their strategy was like, oh man, that's the Hulk. What? That's Spider-Man. What? That's Thor. Like, I feel like Captain America. There were so many other Marvel that were bigger than there was for DC. I feel like, okay, you had the Justice League, but honestly, when I was younger, I only knew Superman, I only knew Batman. But when I was younger, I knew Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, Thing. I mean, I knew all these guys, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I was more drawn to Marvel growing up. And now, like I am, as I'm, getting back into it, I'm still, I think, geared more towards Marvel. But as of recently, within the last year and a half, indies have just taken over my life. And I think it's a good way to get away from like superhero stuff, even though I'm not going to lie, there are indie books that have superhero powers and stuff like that. But to be honest, I think it's just nice to have a different kind of story than to, always saving these people or save the damsel in distress. You know what I mean? Like, that's been played out, or I shouldn't say played out. It's not played out. It's been going on for so long that now these indie books are getting their chance to shine, because it's just like, oh, well, that's new. That's fresh. This is neat. So like I said, Something is Killing the Children actually really opened up my eyes to indies. But the book, I'm going to tell you, the book that made me fall in love with indies, which made me get Something is Killing the Children, but was Shirtless Bear Fighter. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that.
Yeah, I heard it. Yep.
It is one of the most ridiculous, hilarious books that like I said, I didn't really know about indies. I really was just like, oh, Image. I didn't think Image was an indie. I just thought it was Marvel, DC, and Image. But no, there's Boom Studios, there's Valiant, there's Volt, there's Aftershock, there's AWA, there's millions out there. Second Sight Publishing. I agree. So many, so the thing is like, now it's like I feel like I'm being bombarded now with all these indie titles where it's like, oh my goodness. And then it's like, do I get this Aftershock book? Because I only know it's going to be 5 issues. But the thing is that everyone and their mother's talking about it. So guess what? Now I have to buy this number 1 issue. And then it's like, oh crap, I can't wait for the second one. I can't wait for a trade,
Right. So speaking of indies, what is your favorite indie pendant company?
My favorite company?
Your favorite independent company?
Gosh.
Tough, isn't it?
I mean, to be honest with you, the top 2 for me are Image and Boom. Image right now is just, I think, is bonkers. I mean, their stuff, they're just putting out gold. I mean, Image is just absolutely killing it. What's up, Gray Man?
Hey, Gray Man, how you doing?
But yeah, Image is killing it. But Boom, man, Boom does some good stuff too, brother.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and then I can't leave out IDW because it's got my turtles. I'm a big turtle nut. But I'd have to say Boom and Image are the top two. I mean, to be honest with you, I really think that Image is now starting to be its own. Like, I feel like there should be a top three instead of a top two now. Especially with, I mean, because the thing is that almost everyone knows Image. I mean, Spawn, who doesn't know Spawn? I mean, come on, And
Right.
so the thing is that I really think that Image should be it should be the number three, and that Indies should be like Boom and Aftershock, AWA. I mean, there's so many. Second Sight, man, they've been putting out some cool stuff too. But like I said, I'm going to have to go Image. Image's titles right now are just killing it.
Nice.
Unreal.
So we have the Gray Man stopping in. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in, Gray Man. What did Dada buy today? How are you? Nice of you to stop in, friend. All right. So we got the independent companies. What is your favorite title today? Favorite title to read?
All right. Can it be over, or is it, as you mean, current title?
Current title.
I got to go with, Nice House on the Lake, issue number 1, actually blew my socks off of my own feet. No, I mean, when I got halfway through that book and I just went, whoa, I'm not doing any spoilers, but I mean, I thought that was really great. But I got to call out one of my favorite reads, which it should have been a lot longer, was Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs, yes.
Stray Dogs was really good, but I really feel like the ending was rushed, just like a lot of other ones, like Scout's Honor. I don't know if you guys read that. I feel like the last issue just literally was like, okay, it's over, and it's just like, come on. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Nice House on the Lake is probably my favorite title right now. But to be honest with you, I just started reading the Beta Ray Bill series, and I am really digging that, man.
Nice.
The artwork, oh man. So, but I'll have to say, Nice House on the Lake is my current favorite read. That and something.
I agree.
And Something is Killing the Children. Sorry.
Have you read Fear Case?
No, but people have told me. Is it really good?
It's really good. I think it went 4 or 5. I think it went 4 issues. I think. And it had an interesting ending.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's 4 issues. I think. Yeah.
I think it was 4 issues. I like it.
I heard good things.
It's good.
Yeah, we have LJ, the geek. How you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Hope all is well with you guys. So who is your favorite character then? Out of all those titles, all those independent companies and Marvel and DC, who is your favorite character?
In the whole whole independent verse?
Or any DC or Marvel or any independent company. Who is your favorite character that actually pops out?
Well, I mean, Spider-Man's been my dude since day one. I can't leave my dude Spider-Man, but Miles is dope, bro.
Yes.
Miles is really dope. I'm a big fan of Miles when he came in. Can I just say the Spider-Verse? Is that because?
Yes, I agree. Thank you. That is so cool.
Nice, yeah.
I love Spider-Ham. I love Spider-Gwen, Spider-Noir. I mean, I love all these Spider-Man, like all these different Spider-Man. So I'm going to have to say my favorite characters, the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. Nice.
Who doesn't love a Spider-Man in a hoodie? Scarlet Spider? I mean, come on. That is so dope. Bring that back, please. So
do you collect variants? I'm sure you do. Yeah, you have a lot of variants, right? You collect a lot of variants?
Too many. Yes, too many. I do a lot of store exclusives. Like, for example, I just ordered Moon Knight issue number 1. 616 just did a homage to Werewolf by Night issue number 32. And it was awesome, and I had to grab it. So yeah, variants, they beat the heck out of my wallet. So I gotta say.
Me too.
So all the comic books and stuff, do you have other collectibles? Do you collect figures?
So I started collecting a lot of Funko Pops right when I started collecting books. And so I have a lot of Funko Pops. I collect certain figures. I'm not a really big figurehead. I've gotten more towards the comic books. But I was going to say this one piece up here is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles It's a Hikari Japanese vinyl out of let me get it down. Look at it down so you can see it. Okay. So it's only a limited edition at a 3,000.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely Funko Pops, certain figures. I also have another one back there. I wish you could see it, but I have a. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. I have a. This is probably my favorite piece that I have in my whole entire collection. It's a Scotty Young.
Nice. Okay.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a pop?
No. This is a. It's called a Gentle Giant. It's a Scotty Young sculpture. Yeah.
Okay. Is it made of resin or is it made of like a soft material?
No, it's
okay. So it's porcelain or something like that.
Yeah, I made that sound with my mouth. By the way, I don't know why but yeah, it's hard though. It's hard.
Nice.
But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite things in my whole that. And I also have a. I'm really big into cartoons, as I said before. I have a Monterey Jack from the Rescue Rangers Chase exclusive pop, where his eyes are going crazy and stuff when he smells cheese and he goes all nuts. Yeah, I have that pop. But I have like Colossus. I have the Stan Lee limited edition pop. So I have a lot more Funko Pops, I think, than anything. But yeah, I don't really. But like I said, and like I showed you that radio behind me, this one right here.
Oh yeah.
I have like weird stuff in my collection too. So
we all do.
Yeah. So I'm going to be bringing. You're going to be seeing that on my channel here soon. I wanted to start doing the 5 favorite things in my collection, and I'm going to do like random stuff. So
look behind me. I got figures. I got Nerf guns. I got Nerf guns up there.
Oh, that's awesome. You need a super soaker, bro.
Well, this thing is pretty cool. A super soaker, yeah. Not in the house. Every once in a while, I'll fire this thing off. This thing's it's like a machine gun behind me.
That's awesome.
I think it's like 200 of those little Nerf rounds.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I like I said, but yeah, I don't really collect too many like action figures, but I'm starting now. Now I'm seeing all these cool statues and stuff that are coming out, and I'm like,
no. Statues.
Yeah,
I can't go down another rabbit hole there.
Boy, that's a hard path to go down. Statues. Oh boy, they're cool, but boy, you need a little bit of space for those, and the new wall will get a lot lighter, right, Sean?
Yeah. Like these minibus, I collected those like in the late 90s and early 2000s.
See, Sean's rich. Sean can afford those things.
they add up.
Oh, I believe it. I've seen some of them, and like I said, this little guy right here, this little Scotty Young, I got it. Thank God it was a discount. When my local comic book shop does like one of their annual July 4th sale or something. So it was like buy one, get one half off. So I literally was like, oh, I'm getting one for a gift. Might as well, get one for myself. So I ended up saving on that. So
nice. James Moss, have a good night. Nice of you to stop in. LJ, Geek Out, did you win the Funko Lotto?
No, I wish, man. That'd be awesome, man. I do have quite a few, though. I can't lie. I do have like a wall that's actually in my room of a bunch of Funkos. But yeah,
they're expensive.
What?
I'm on eBay right now looking at your Gentle Giant. It's not cheap. Oh my God.
No, they're not. I know. That's what I was saying. Look at the size of this thing. Like I said, it's literally like look at how small this thing is.
That thing is really expensive.
Really small.
Yep. So, needless to say, that's the only reason why I got it was because I said I got that sale.
Nice.
But yeah, they're. But yeah, I definitely don't want to fall down that rabbit hole. But yeah, I got a bunch of Funko. I'm also a big Office fan. I love The Office, so much. It's crazy. I'm a crazy person for it. So I have almost every single Funko Pop from that series. I even have one that was custom made to be Michael Scarn, and so yeah, it's crazy. But anyway,
Nice. LJ says, sorry to hear that. I won the lotto. Nice that you won the lotto.
What? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, have close to 800 Funko Pops.
Whoa,
that is a lot
beats
of
me.
Funko Pops.
I happen to have
only one.
One. I have one. See this? I was giving this as a gift. I still have the box too, by the way. Now, the people who have do they take them out of the box and display them, or a lot of people just leave them in and display them in the box?
A lot of people leave them in the box.
I have mine in the box.
Yeah, but I'm coming to realize I'm like, I'd rather have it out. Like the one right here above me is this one. I have a Hulkbuster, which is actually massive. My buddy Chunk, he's in the chat right now. He actually gave it to me for Christmas one year, and man, and the thing is heavy. Like it is heavy. But I'm going to take that out of the box, and I also have a Spider Hulk, which is actually pretty big too.
Where is? Do you have it with you? Is it? If it's too far away, but I'd love to see it.
Oh man, I don't have it, but I'll send you.
I'll start playing this guy right here now. Oops.
That's awesome.
How should I do it again? Remember last night?
Last night,
how far we go with this guy?
And all the sand came out.
Oh,
that's right. It's all cleaned up though now.
Rob, I'll send you a picture later when I grab it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. But that's a big one too. That's a bigger size than a regular size pop as well.
Yeah, those 12 inchers, those 12-inch Funko Pops, those are big and heavy. Yeah, because we bought one for my.
I tore his kid. I tore the kid last night.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's
on live on Sean's show.
Yeah, staying all over the place.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Rosko. Next question: do you prefer buying older books or modern books, newer books?
I'm more modern right now because I'm so into the indie titles, but I have been going back and trying to collect some older books. Man, I'm loving some of these like Chamber of Chills, these old mystery like DC books, like these old these old like horror looking books. Oh gosh, I'm loving those. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'd probably buy more modern than anything.
Gotcha. All right. Do you go to cons or small shows and conventions? And what is your favorite con, or have you been to a con?
Okay, so the last con I went to was in 2003.
Wow, yeah, it's a long time ago.
And it was back in Philly. I went to Wizard World, Philadelphia.
Oh, that's when it was really good. I think my first year was 2003, 2004. That was Sean. He'll explain to you that. Okay, that show was a twofer. The show was it's probably one of the best shows in the country. And across the street, you had the Reading Terminal Market too. Are you in Philly or Rosko or not?
I'm originally from Jersey.
So you're in Jersey right now?
I'm in Florida now, but I used to live in Jersey, so Philly was not too far from us. So
you're one of those from Jersey to Florida, right? Then New York to Florida.
Yep, exactly. Yep. But yeah, Wizard World. It's where I met Scotty Young when he just had a fold-out table when he wasn't anyone. He just did Human Torch, like he literally just did Human Torch, and super nice guy, awesome dude. And that's what made me pretty much, just like him as a person as well as an artist and writer. Meeting him was so cool. But the best thing that ever happened to me was when I met Jim Lee. Jim Lee had to be one of the nicest guys, and I told the guy to shut up, and I didn't mean to. Okay, so real quick, I'll tell you. All right, so I loved it. Wizard World was so freaking cool because they'd have all these different rooms where you'd go to where they had pre-screenings for new movies or lectures about shows or anything. But one of my being an artist, one of my favorite things where I was able to get into, and I was in the very back, but I got into a panel where there were 4 artists that what happened was they all took a piece of paper and they draw one thing on it and then pass it to the next guy, and it was Jim Lee was the head of the table.
Cool.
And
I see where it's going. Okay.
Yep. So the thing is that Jim Lee's late, and I'm in the back. There's one seat there's two seats next to me. There's one, and then there's the one on the end. And this guy comes in, and he's on the phone, and I'm like, the guy goes and sits down on the seat, not next to me, but the one, on the end, and has his back to me, and he's talking on the phone, and I'm trying to listen to the guy who drew for Transformers is up there, and so I'm like, hey buddy, can you take your phone call outside, right? And he didn't hear me, so I'm like, hey man, can you please just shut up, man? I'm trying to watch this, right? And he's like, okay, I gotta go. So he hangs up the phone and turns around. It's Jim Lee, man. Oh my gosh, bro. My heart sunk into my stomach. I literally was like, and he goes, I'm so sorry. He's like, my wife just had a flat tire. She was calling me and and needed the AAA card, whatever, blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm so sorry. That's why I'm late. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. He goes, no. He goes, I shouldn't have came in on the phone. I should have finished outside. And he goes, do you have something I can sign for you? And I was like, all I had was my the little flyer thing that they give you in the beginning of the thing. So I'm just like. And me, I'm just like here, like I'm like just like oh gosh. So
you were in shock at the time. You're like, oh my god. Well, I told him to shut up or whatever.
Yeah, well, I was not only in shock but super embarrassed to say, tell the guy who just, I was just reading X-Men, and like I'm telling this guy, like, hey, why don't you shut up, man? Like, and I'm like, so I'm embarrassed. I'm in shock that it's him. And but yeah, no, he was super nice and super apologetic, and just and he's like, I'm so sorry, I should have kept the phone, I should have took the phone call outside. I'm like, no, it's okay. And he's like, I gotta get up there. I was like, no, it's fine. Like I literally, that's all I freaking said was like, okay, yeah, okay, that's fine, oh here, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
So, I miss that show. That show was just how many years have you been in Florida, by the way?
Oh gosh, the year after I left at Wizard World, 2004. After Wizard World, I literally came here. So
why'd you move there? Out of curiosity, just because the weather is better, or?
Oh no, family.
Okay.
Yeah, family stuff. So
that show used to be so good. It was Sean. I mean, I said that show, comic wise, was really, and all the guests they had. This is back. Wizard World still exists, kind of. But it's God, a show is awful now. It used to be probably one of the best shows in the country.
Dude, and it's crazy. It was my last show I went to, and then the thing was that I moved down here, so I got out of comic books again. But I was like, that was by far one of the coolest shows I ever. They even had a wrestling rink set up like in the corner.
Yes,
and they had all these like crazy like midget wrestling to like crazy like I mean, just like the attractions there were amazing. I also got to meet Kevin Smith. I actually bumped into him when he was walking through, and he was going to, I guess he was just finishing up, and he was going to his booth, and I almost bumped into him, and he was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And so now I didn't have a beard at the time. And he goes, oh man, he's like, we kind of look alike, don't we? And I went, yeah. And then he's like, all right, take care. And I was like, oh, what? I'm telling you, I was like, every person I met, I was just like, like I was just like, oh,
trying that was a really good show. I mean, that was probably that was I missed that show a lot. I mean, it ended probably 10 years ago. I mean, sorry, it still exists, but as we know it, 10 years ago or 10 years ago, it sucks. I mean, like, it went down the drain. I mean, that show used to.
They gave you for the show, like, I mean, gosh, they gave you
freebies, Sean. I mean, it was.
I mean, a bag. You get a bag full of freebies.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, like, I remember Hero Clicks were big at the time. They were just coming out, and they gave you like three clicks, like three different different characters.
Nice.
They gave you comic books. They gave you like these little reels from. I mean, I tell you, bro, like I have all this stuff still, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. But it's funny. I moved to Florida, and then I get out of comic books, and I'm like, what happened? To go back to it, I wanted to go to MegaCon last year, but of course, the world ended, and So I couldn't go. And now this year, a bunch of people are like, "Oh, you go, you should go, you should go." And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, now, it's just crazy. I'm like, maybe I'll just wait until 2022, just to, because it's still, I think it's still in the air. I wanted to vent out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Let's.
Well, I'll be going to a show next month, the big awesome con in DC. I'll be heading to that.
See, I'm still I still want to go to MegaCon. See, there's Louis. See,
One second. I'll be right back. I got some artwork I want to show you, by the way. I'll be back in 1 second. I picked this up off of, I think you'll like it. I'll be right back, Sean. 1 second.
All right. So on to the next question then. All right. Rosko, so how many social medias do you use or do you follow besides YouTube?
Instagram is my main, I'm on Instagram all the time, night, day. That's my life right there. I also have a TikTok, and I also have a Twitter. I don't know if you know, but I do have a Twitter, and Nick's Kicks and Comics loves to call me by my Twitter name, my Twitter handle, which is
what is your Twitter name? Twitter.
My Twitter name, my Twitter handle is Frisky Bigness.
Frisky
Bigness. Okay.
Bigness. Yeah, because I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1" and I'm 325 pounds. So my buddy who's in the chat, Chunk, he's one of my best friends. So he actually gave me that name when we went on a cruise to Alaska, and
nice.
There was just a time where I had sunglasses on, and he's like, "Who do you think you are?" He's like, "What are you, Frisky Bigness?" And I was like, "Yep, that's it." So it ended up sticking, and then that's what I've used. But Instagram's my main. I don't really use Facebook. I got away from Facebook, but I do have a TikTok because it's just it's funny. But my main is Instagram and YouTube. Those are my two. So
nice. Okay, Rob, what do you have?
Got this one. Kind of neat.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy's name is Ken Landgraf. He sells his. There's his name right there. It's in 2017, I think. He does. He worked for Marvel and DC back in the 70s and early 80s. And I think he worked on some. So anyway, he sells his artwork on eBay.
Cool.
And I think he has a thing now where he's saying if you want, you can message him on eBay and he'll make whatever cover you want for a certain price, whatever. This is one right here. I get another one here. That's one. Here's another one here. Anyway, these are like $50 a pop. I thought that's pretty good. They're all done by ink pen or magic marker or whatever.
Nice.
One right there.
$50 for that? Is it a print or is it an original?
Original.
Really? For $50?
Yep.
Cheap for $50.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Holy macaroni, bro! For $50, that's insane.
Art, yeah, for $50, that's pretty cheap for artwork like that.
That's why I was like, I was shocked. Here's another one here.
No wonder you have a bunch of them.
Oh yeah. The only problem is a lot of them are he likes drawing bondage and a lot of TNA stuff too. It seems like it's cool, but some of it's kind of, you'll see here in a minute, kind of ridiculous. If I can find something here. I mean, he likes to draw women.
Okay.
There's one Salman Grundy and.
Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, here's another one here.
Hey, Collectible War, nice you stop in.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, these are dope.
Work right.
And
for $50, that's pretty nice for $50.
I thought so. Here's another one here.
Especially the size of it too, man.
Yeah, 17 by 11.
Yeah, that's
big.
That's insane. I love it.
Like some artists are charging $50 just for a head sketch.
This should be the last one right here.
Hold on.
Oh wow! Whoa, there's a lot going on that one.
Yeah, a lot of detail on that one.
A little bit of bondage there. You got the Red Skull. You got Hitler. Machine guns.
Wow. $50. That's insane, man.
That's why whenever I get to shows nowadays, I used to not care about it, but I really love Artist Alley. I got these prints here that are kind of cool. These are just prints. I wouldn't sell me the originals for this one.
Oh, what?
That's nice.
Yo, that is awesome.
Mr. Teeth.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Okay, wait, these are prints. These aren't originals. These are just prints. I wish they
Those
were
are rad,
originals.
though.
Very cool.
And
Is it? And that's the same artist?
yeah. Well, this one's kind of
Wow.
cool. This one I got. This one was like, guys, like $10. I thought it was kind of neat. It's a print. All the animals have like weapons in this one, I think.
What? Oh, see, like me, I'm a big cartoon guy. That's all. That's right up my alley.
Octopus
Yeah,
has
cool.
Thor's hammer. They all have got a weapon. If you look at them closely here,
Nice.
What? Oh, I love that.
look at the sword or the lightsaber on the unicorn. The cat riding with the torch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shark's got nunchucks or 3-second or whatever staff.
I saw that.
This eagle's got a spear.
Yeah.
What is the stork have there? What does he have? Well, anyway, that's this one. I think that's it. So yeah, every time I go to show, I always try to find cool stuff. This is just a print.
Lobo?
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, oh gosh, who is that? That's not the same artist, right? That's got to be
No, it says RGB 2016. That's what it says here. It's just a print.
Oh, I'm trying to think because that looks like a style.
There's another one here.
Oh yeah,
Messenger bike lady, whatever. And then we have
the bubble gum there.
the crow.
Is that the Joker?
Ooh.
Oh no, that's Crow. Is that the Crow?
Yeah.
Looks like the
Pain,
Joker.
fear.
I feel like I follow that artist. I
And there's
follow
this
that
one.
artist.
Who is the artist, Rob?
Let me see.
That's
Let me
gorgeous.
check.
That Medusa.
It says
is dope.
here. Well, I don't wait. There's a name here. It says. This one right here.
The Joker one.
It says RGB.
I know,
You
I'm
see
trying to
it?
think of RGB.
You see it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I follow him. I know I follow that person on Instagram. I know that for a fact.
Very nice drawing, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, they have a cartoonist style. That's why I like me. That's
Nice.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
When I saw all the Captain America stuff, that guy Ken Landgraf had. If you go to eBay, you'll see him up there. Let me check real quick. He'll actually have some stuff up there. The only problem I have is everything he does is like women with giant boobs and everything else. That's all he seems to want to draw. Boobs and butts. That's all he draws. Check it out.
oh man.
I mean, it's almost like over the top. That's why I said, okay. And there is some stuff on here. It says here, Ken Landgraf, art commission, 11x17. Says, what would you like me to draw for you? $100. He'll do anything for $100. You give him like something you want to draw. But then he has his other stuff up here. You can see here. TNA is his name. I tell you that. He has a lot of that up here too.
Ryan Brown. I think it is Ryan Brown.
He's another pretty good artist for he did some DC stuff, right? Or some Marvel stuff too. Ryan Brown.
Yeah. If you look at Wikipedia, the guy he's probably in there. He actually met Stan Lee. He was actually at the Vietnam War, and there's a little story about him too. Remember, so actually I talked to the guy or messaged him or whatever. I was so interested in this stuff.
Why are they not on your wall?
Here we go. He isn't. Yeah. He's born in 1950. Yeah. He isn't. He is on. There's images on Wikipedia. So he's born in 1950s, but he's like 70, 71. Yeah. So.
70.
And he said he went to see them I guess I think in the early 70s he talks about it too. He said he was always into drawing and art. I think graphic design. I think he went to Marvel and he wanted a job. He ran to Stan Lee. They'll tell you the story. If you go like any of his stuff, he'll tell you how he got his first job, working in New York. He went to New York, and what did he do? He he's like Stan Lee said, listen, go inside and talk to the guys. I think Stan Lee was going to lunch or whatever, and he told them like, I'm not in charge of hiring, so you go inside and talk to the people inside. Tell me about me or something like that or whatever. He'll tell you how he got where he got. So, but I think he I don't think he did any major books as far as I know. I know he did a lot of penciling or inking or whatever, inking stuff. He did do some Wolverine books. He did some, Batman stuff. He did also. I think he did Hawkman a lot. Hawkman,
Nice.
stuff like that. Fascinating guy.
Nice.
And he's a great artist. I would have bought more, but he seemed to like to draw women. and bondage. But he loved bondage. He loved bondage, and if you saw like the proportion, it wasn't anatomically correct. Put it that way, they were gigantic.
All right, Rosko. What do you like about the comic book community?
Oh man, this is the best community in the world, brother. The people that you meet, the friendships, pretty much. And just the
one more thing I want to show you. I'll be right back. Remember Landgraf? I actually got to paint one of his paintings too. Watch this. I'll be right back. You're gonna like this one. Maybe or maybe not. We'll see. I'll be right back. This one's really cool. This is if you did a painting. This one I won't hang it. Somebody says, "Why don't you hang it up on your wall?" You'll see why in a second.
All right. All right, Rosko, go ahead.
No, like I said, this is the best community in the world, man. I love it. The friendships that you get, these amazing people that you meet, the acts of kindness and generosity in this community just surpass anything I've ever been a part of. And I absolutely love it. I mean, like I said, the friendships and just the amazing people that you meet, it's phenomenal. And I love it. And that's the reason why I always say this is the best community in the world. Because like I said, I just recently getting into it. But like I said, all the friendships, amazing people you meet, you get to talk to people that have the same interests as you, and it's just, you feed off of one another too. Like, if someone has like, hey, you have to read this because I know you like this. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. And like there's my man right there, Freaky Louie, and now like, I do a show with Chris from Cardboard Crazies. We do Between the Lines. And I would have never thought that me and him would do a show together, but we did a show and we meshed really well. He hit me up and I was like, dude, let's do it. And so you just never know what's going to happen. And like I said, it's just the best community in the world. I love it, man.
So since we asked that question, any dislikes about the comic book community?
The only thing are the people that try to ruin it for everyone. You know what I mean? Like those ones that just, the haters, the people that like, I don't know if you've had this, but I've seen in several chats where someone comes in and just comes in and just, starts putting horrible things up in the chat where you have to try and get rid of them or something. You know what I mean? It's like, there's no need for that. You know what I mean?
They just put up keyword. I have certain keywords I block. And also people like that, you can always block them. It's not a problem.
Yeah. And it shouldn't even get to that point. You know what I mean? And that's what I hate about it, but I mean, yeah, but yeah, but there's not much I hate about the community. Like I said, I've just had such a great and just a great overall experience with everyone I've met and everyone I've worked with. So yeah.
All right, Sean, listen, I have to go, but I'm going to leave you here with one.
All right.
You ready?
Oh,
hold on. Okay.
We're gonna get banned. No.
No, I hope not. Here's one.
What is that? Oh, the Hitler.
Hidden Landgraf. Human Torch versus Hitler. It's a painting.
Wow.
That is pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Holy macaroni. How big is it? That's huge.
It's bigger than 11 by 17, so you can see here. I get the glare from my screen there, but you get the idea.
Right.
Wow. That's gorgeous.
Wow. I went to a Philly show and I saw a guy trying to sell art to an art dealer. I go, oh my God, look at that one. See the Human Torch and Tor, they're burning the Nazis and Hitler's there, about to get burned by Human Torch, I guess.
Oh, the guy in the bottom left is my favorite. That guy down there. He's like in the helmet.
Yeah. It was a Ken Landgraf painting. I was like, when I saw it, I go, oh my God. And so I had to get it. And I have it hanging inside the door of my, in my room, even though it's an anti-Nazi one, people still might not like how it looks. So keep that in the room.
Very cool. Okay.
In a locked room. I mean, like I said, and like this, as far as this stuff being, it's funny. I used to have a lot of the Schomburg posters, like the stuff that Sean showed you earlier. I only have one set left of those posters. And I took them, they're anti-Nazi ones were Caps throwing bombs at the Nazis. Anyway, there's a set of posters. I took them to a framing store. And I told the guy, hey, he said, could he sell it? So I said, why don't you consign this? And he's like, I don't know if it's good. Yeah, so he said, give it a try, see what happens. They sold right away.
Nice.
They put like $150 on or whatever, and they sold really fast. He was concerned. He was concerned because they had had this World War II era. I mean, the posters were made in the 80s, but it had depicted those scenes like that. And he was concerned that some of the customers might be upset. Nobody cared.
Yeah. All right. Rosko, any shout outs that you want to shout out? Any channels?
I'm on Cover Slingers, so check out Gray Man on Saturdays at 2:00. I won't be there this Saturday. I got to let Gray Man know. I totally forgot. I have the 24-hour C3 event going on. It's C3 called Comics Curing Cancer. That's on my boy Cardboard Crazy's channel. It's going to be a 24-hour fundraiser. We have a GoFundMe link that we have in the description. You'll see. And we're going to be doing auctions for comic books and original art. I'll be on there a lot. There's a lot of people going to be filtering in and out. There is going to be famous artists. There are going to be a ton of cool artwork, and especially like me, I'm going to be drawing something live, as well as Austin LeMay, Freaky Louie, who's in the chat, Cardboard Crazies. I mean, there's just so many people, and it's going to be just a fun time, 24 hours, and it's on this Friday at 10 p.m. and goes into Saturday at 10 p.m. when it ends. Like I said, we're trying to. It's all for cancer research. So everything will go directly to them. We don't touch any of the money, but we're going to be auctioning off books, signatures, stuff that's been donated from big artists and writers. And then, like I said, a lot of stuff just from the community. We're going to be just donating our time as well as our books and our artwork. And we're just trying to raise some money, man, just to help out, see what we can do. And so that's on Cardboard Crazy's channel starting this Friday at 10 p.m. Don't miss it. I'm also on a channel called Spine Ticks. You can catch me. We do like 8-hour shows.
Yeah.
Wait, how long are the shows?
Anywhere from 6 to their longest is 9 hours.
9 hours, yeah.
Wow.
But they average around 6,
Spine
7.
Ticks.
Yep.
Okay, I'll check it out. Listen, Sean, I gotta go. I'd like to do a shout out. I'd like to do a shout out to a creator too. Is that okay?
Yeah.
A shout out, Slim Comics More. Great interviewer. Great guy. Make sure you guys thumb him up, like him up.
Yes.
He needs to get to 1,000. Give him his 4,000 hours so we can super chat him too. Okay.
Thanks for having.
All right, guys. Listen, gotta go.
Thanks
again. Had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the artwork I showed you. I kept interrupting you, Sean. With the artwork, but I thought every once in a while I got to show it off. I mean, it's up in a room, and somebody said, "Why don't I have it on the wall?" You haven't seen my living room. I don't want to have too much stuff. I do have a really cool giant aliens painting. I'll show you that to you sometime too. And I have a really cool. I don't put too much super stuff in my main hall. I keep that to my spare bedroom office here. Or my hobby room. That's where I keep that stuff locked.
Sounds good.
So the kids and things don't come in there and try to grab them. My friends come over. What's that? And they want to grab it. So, And by the way, Sean, I got a really cool action figure coming my way soon too.
Nice.
I checked on eBay. It was there. It's like there's only 50 in the world, and I was like, I've been looking for it for a couple of years. It finally, it's under collection. They had one for sale, so
wow, nice.
It cost more. It cost more than I wanted to pay. Let's put it that way. All right.
Show it next time.
I mean, but not as much as that Scotty Young cool Venom statue. It's pretty cool. I like that. That's really cool. All right, guys. Listen, Rosko, fun talking with you.
Absolutely.
I'll check you out in Spine Ticks. Can't be there for 8 hours, so that's a long.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Long.
I have a hard time myself.
All right, Sean. See you later, guys.
All right, take it easy, Rob. Make sure you snap in. All right, so Rosko, any goals for 2021?
Yeah, I want to get more content out there on my YouTube.
Okay.
That's probably my number one goal for my YouTube page, but also to get more of my artwork out there as well. So I would have to say that my biggest goal is, because I have so many ideas for YouTube, for a lot of skits and stuff, it's just the time and just to get it all together. So that's my biggest goal, is to get more content and more followers on my YouTube.
Nice. All right. So we are about almost done. Any new vids coming up?
Well, like I said, I'm doing I'll be doing the 24 hours over at Cardboard Crazies for Friday into Saturday, and then I think I'm going right on the Spine Ticks right as soon as that ends. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
I don't know if
for a long time.
yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna make the whole show. I already talked to Sith about it, so he's like, well, whatever you can do, bro. If you can't even make it, I understand. So, but yeah, I do have a video that I want to be putting out soon. It's a skit. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's going to be a comedy skit. So I have some people I'm talking to in the works of doing that. So I'm excited. But that's what I want to do.
All right. So we'll check it out. All right. So this is Geek Out with Rosko. Rosko, thank you for coming on. All right. Thank you for all the chats. Nice of you guys to pop in. Have a great night, guys. Check out Rosko's channel. Oh, that is awesome. Is that your one of your?
This is one of mine. Yep. I just wanted to show this off before I left. Okay. It's actually based off of this here.
Nice. Okay.
So Venom with Spider-Man. I did Violator with Spawn Lollipop. So yeah, these are just a couple things. If you want to check out my Instagram art page, it's called art_of_Rosko. Yeah, I do covers. Here's my Donald Duck Venomized.
Nice.
And then here's all right, I'll just show two more real quick. Here's my Calvin and Hobbes homage of the Robin King and
very cool, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome artwork. Thank
you. And then this is one of my all-time favorites here. It's a wraparound cover, so let me take it out. But it's it's my Fat Thor.
Yeah, I think you showed that one. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorites. So, cool. but yeah, so I do covers, and I've been doing stuff on Spine Ticks lately a lot. They've been having me draw, so it's been fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. And I'll just show, this is what I just did recently. If anybody wants to see this is the last thing I'll show. It was, I did Middle School Moon Knight on Spine Ticks the other day.
Okay.
So here's my Middle School Moon Knight.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah. So, it's that I got a bunch of other stuff. If you go and check out my page, my Instagram is GeekOutWithRosko, is my YouTube basic. And then my art page, which I just post all my artwork, is art_of_Rosko. But come sub me up on YouTube, man. I'm out. Right. I think I only have about 150 followers. So
let's get you to 200. All right, guys, get Rosko up to 200, guys, or more.
Yes.
Cool. Rosko, thank you for coming on.
Sean, right. I truly appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been great, and I'm so glad I was able to meet you through Cover Slingers and Spine Ticks now, and I truly appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much, and everyone in the chat, thank you so much for coming by. Truly appreciate you. Or who's ever watching on the rewind, thank you.
All right, guys, this is Rosko, Geek Out with Rosko. So go check him out on YouTube and IG. All right, guys, thanks for stopping. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Take it easy, guys.